Hey everybody, this is Seth with Quilting on a Budget. Today's little episode, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a carpenter star out of your half square triangles. It's not that hard, it's pretty fun, and the end result looks beautiful. So take a minute and let's learn how to do this. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I put my carpenter star together. It's not that hard. The last video we learned how to make half square triangles. If you didn't see that one, then go over and take a look. It doesn't take that long and it shows you how easy these are to make. So, how did I turn this into that? Okay, so not hard, and I'll show you. All we have here is 4 rows of 4 blocks, okay? First row and last row have a solid. I used cream. You can use whatever color goes with the color combination you're going to be using, okay? So row 1 is going to be a cream, and mine was a dark brown and white. Next one was white, tan, and a cream, okay? So what I did was drew out this template here, that way I would know what color combinations went with what. So when I was making my half square triangles, I had this next to me, so I know I need 2 white and browns, I need 2 white and tans, 2 tan and oranges, 2 orange and blacks, and so on, okay? Now, when I went to the sewing machine, I kept this next to me so I could sew, and I started in rows. I took my solid block, which is going to be 6 inches unsewn, so 6 inches to start out with, just like these are, okay? And I use this as my pattern. So I know I need to sew my cream to my dark brown and white. So I sewed that together. The next, I sewed this block to this block together. Finger pressed this seam here and this seam here, and then I sewed these together. Now when I sewed these together, I wanted to get as lined up as I could, okay? That's gonna make your finished block look nice and crisp in the corners, okay? So I did that with all 4 rows, made 4 strip sets, okay? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So I had 4 strip sets, okay? And then I sewed these 2 together long ways, and I pressed that. You don't want to iron it, that'll stretch things. You just want to press down lightly. All we're doing is flattening out that seam, okay? And I did the same thing with these bottom 2 rows. Sewed them together, pressed them nicely, got everything nice and flat. Then I lined everything up and I went and sewed it together, okay? And then you press your final block. Now, what you're going to notice is before you sew anything else, on here, it's going to look like your corners don't touch, okay, on your finished block. You say, hey man, my corners are off on the ends here. No, they're not. Once you sew something else to it, then they're going to look right, okay? Like these here look like they didn't touch right. Now that I sewed that border on, now they're right. Just like your corner here, this is going to look like this isn't square. It's going to like, hey, that's kind of off. I sewed something wrong. Well, no, you didn't. It's not going to square up until you sew something over here, because you got that extra 1/4 inch and you got the extra 1/4 inch on the top. Once you sew something there, it squares it up. Okay, so not that hard. You go from a pattern you drew to something you sewed. Okay, just take your time, pay attention, go slow, and don't be afraid to make no mistakes, okay? First time I did one of these, that center looked like crap. Alright, nothing touched, nothing lined up, it was bulky. It just happens. The more you do them, the more you're going to get better at it, and the more things will line up and look nice. Okay, and don't forget, when you are pressing your seams, you want to press to the dark side. Okay, we learned that in the making half square triangles. Because if I pressed it this way, you'd be seeing a faint orange line right here through my white fabric. Okay, that's where it becomes important. You'd be seeing a faint brown line right here through my white fabric if I just pressed it towards the white. Okay, so there you go. It's not that hard, and you can turn this out fairly quickly. It's let's see, 8, 10, it's 12 half square triangles in four just blocks for the corner. Okay, not that hard. Everyone go try it, and let's see how you do. Post your pictures when you're done. All right, good luck, guys.